There you go.
Do I not have a freaking helmet on?
Nope.
No,
What the hell?
that's one of the parts we can't replace.
Oh my god!
Is it down here?
No, it's in the freaking barn.
Oh.
Oh my
Your friends
god.
let you come out without a
Can
helmet.
I give him to you? And
Sure.
what an idiot! I'm like, why is the breeze blowing?
Did your mother have any children that lived? Why is the breeze blowing through my hair? Because I don't have a helmet on.
I know, you're cute. You think you're cute, don't you? Fancy blingy brow man.
Oh, Sharon, is it a young horse?
No. 17.
The face looks young.
Yeah, she's got a cute baby face. 17 years young.
Ah,
I'm gonna move him over there. So
yeah,
he's not-
don't let Java mug you, because he
not in
will.
your line of sight
Yeah,
either.
he will mug you.
You want to start these other people.
He can't figure out what to do because he can't find any place to make that bit grab.
What?
He just opened his mouth to grab at it, and
This guy?
he's got one of the Waterfords on.
Oh, he does.
And he went to
oh.
grab at it like he does on his regular bit. It moved. Well, wait, there. He's trying to do bad things with it, and he can't make it do anything bad.
Are you ADD? Hmm?
That's a good girl. You're a bad thing, Java.
Sounds like you have a bad rap there,
He
buddy.
does. He was a naughty thing when he was at our house. I have these two great riders. They'll ride anything. They said they'd rather pull weeds in the garden than ride him. He was just a bad boy.
Well, he doesn't really look like an easy horse to ride. He doesn't look like...
He's not easy to ride. He's what we call not biddable. Like you ask him to do something, he goes, I don't think so.
Yeah. He doesn't look like he really carries well enough to be
He
comfortable.
doesn't
either.
want to carry himself or you.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what he wants to do with his life. And I found it interesting that the woman that bred him, supposedly for herself, then sold him. I think that tells.
Mhm.
She said, oh, this, she said, I can hardly bear to part with him and sell him to you. I love him so much. But she never got him broke. And she couldn't wait to have Case to pay the money and take him down the road. So I think she was telling tales when she said she loved him so much. But she's actually done pretty well with him for as evil as he was.
Really like him.
Yeah, she doesn't seem so overreactive to the bit.
No.
You close your hand on the bit and she goes, hi.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
Oh.
What are you doing, little girl, huh?
So I understand that you did videotape the
He's
earlier one
videoing
as well.
each lesson.
So,
Yeah, like the first one, I might have missed like 10 minutes or so
that's
at the beginning. That was
Oh.
about everything else I've had the whole lesson.
okay. So I don't have enough cash on me today, but I'll be back tomorrow. So I want both my lessons on her from today.
Okay.
So should we just talk about it tomorrow then?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Thank you.
I think it's wonderful to see yourself.
Awful, but it's wonderful.
You're welcome. Plugged my brain back in while I was there. Yeah.
Now your head's not cold, right?
That's because you had a headband
I was like,
on.
where's that breeze coming
We've
from?
all done that. You already have something on your head.
I wasn't going to tell you you were an airhead.
Well, apparently, you re-dye your hair blonde and the brain goes out with it.
Yep.
Good Lord.
That's what I say to Jenny Kimberly. You had such beautiful blonde hair. Why'd you dye it gray? She can be a little bit of a blonde. Oh, Sharon, when you put your leg back that far, it doesn't do anything. You want to leave your leg right by the girth. Like your right leg's way back, and going further back like you were trying to say something, but he wasn't getting it. So your leg needs to hang straight down and give signals right at the back edge of the girth. I guess it's a she, isn't it? Yeah.
Oh my God. All right.
So we'd like her to march forward. Remember to keep a bend in your elbow, Casey. And remember to let her go forward, Jess. She's so light-mouthed, it's easy to stop her and not realize you're doing it. Because if your hand gets a little heavy, She doesn't go, oh, stop, stop, stop. She just goes, okay, I won't go. You don't realize you're saying it, but she's saying, oh, no, I can't go.
Yeah.
So it takes a lot of give in your arm with her. Because she's not trusting that way. Oh, Sharon, let your leg come forward, forward. There, good. Because before you had your, we look at you and your position design. You want ear, shoulder, hip, and heel in a straight line, which is where you're balanced, just like when you're standing on the ground. And your heel was way behind your hip, which makes you kind of tip forwardy. And then your pony goes, what am I going to do with her? And it sits you in a funny spot. He's answering your lateral aid very nicely, isn't he?
Yeah.
You ask with an inside rein to bend, he goes, I heard you. It's mobile. And I saw him try to grab it like he likes it with his teeth, and it wiggled. And he was like, okay, I lose. Well, just step her up a little bit, Jess. Come on, pretty, move. Ah, that's a good girl. I think she's a little bit thinking, I got to do this again.
Yeah. She's used to, we just do a lesson and that's it. We don't do a lesson.
And it's not that she's not fit, because she is.
She is.
She's just kind of like, huh?
Yeah.
How did I get twice? So
She doesn't quite understand.
instead of letting your body move so much, let your arm move.
Okay.
If your butt moves too much, your arm doesn't move. If you look over your shoulder, Sharon has a very nice giving arm. She's a long pony with a long neck, and her arm follows it, which is why the horse goes well. Did you train your horse yourself?
She was hunter jumper before I got her. I've
Oh,
done
cool.
a lot with her different than that. So
She's really
a lot
neat.
for me and a
I
lot
like her. Now, he looks downright trained to this afternoon.
I got him out in the field and he was like,
I'm sure he said this can't be happening to me. Is he going again today?
Yes, he's going at 4.
You trying to kill him
Kind of.
or make him hate you?
An insurance policy on him.
I know he's fit, so I'm not too worried about him. Let's turn around and go the other way. Just make a little turn right where you are. Turn nice and tight. Turn, turn. I know trail horses don't turn tight, but notice how fast Sharon turned. That's how fast you're supposed to. You were right, Sharon. You're supposed to turn that quickly. These guys don't know how to turn. They wander through the turn. Because trail riders don't have to steer.
nope. The trees do it
Like
for
my
us.
favorite 10-mile loop at home, I have to make 8 turns to go 10 miles, and that's just a turn on a main road. It's not a real turn. You made a very nice turn. But trail riders don't steer. They just kind of let the horse guide them down the road. Now keep coming there, Annie. Ah, that's a good girl. She puts her head up and goes, I'm not reaching any further. We want her to go out to your hand, and you want your hand to allow her to go out. There you go. She says, if you're going to ride with the brakes on, she's going to go with the brakes on. That's not a fun feeling. Well, let's make a halt. Whoa. Whoa. When you're asking your horse to halt, you can use the reins a little if you want. But mainly, just close your knees and the horse will halt. Nobody has to pull on anybody. And resume walk. You don't lean forward. You don't do anything. You just close your leg. Walk on, Mr. Java. Walk up. I don't care where he goes, Casey, as long as you're telling him to go there. He can go around the end. He can cut across. As long as it's your choice. And this one needs to walk with a little more energy. I think one thing about hunter jumper types, they don't tend to work on the walk a whole lot.
We can go on a little looser rein,
I like
Danny.
to make a nice long walk.
You want to be able to
warm
get
up.
his neck down and his
And the
back
horse
up.
that doesn't
You
go
kinda
is the
lazy
horse
back.
that doesn't stop.
You need
So
to work on
the
sitting
horse
really
that doesn't stop
lightly.
is the horse that doesn't go.
Very
So I
nice,
kinda like
Dan.
to get everybody
Everybody can
going
do that,
forward.
which is
Sit
pretty
heavy,
amazing.
Casey, when he jiggles. Perfect.
We do this
If
a
you
lot.
come forward when he jiggles, he wins. If you sit heavy when he jiggles, he's like, well, that's not convenient. That's what I want him to think. Hook up, Annie. Come on, light. Give her face away. There you go. Good girl. You can punish very subtly with your body just by sit deep when he's being a turkey, sit deep, and he goes, oh wow, she's a savage. I know it looks like you're not getting anything done when you're walking, but you should be keeping your horse walking really forward. Do that with alternating legs. That's me moving his hind legs. Right leg with the right hind, left leg. Ooh, nice. There goes a length of stride. That's good. So you should be working on making your walk bigger and better, working on having your horse straighter, working on having your horse attention with Casey and not out of the ring. So while you're doing your walk work, nobody should be getting bored. If you're getting bored, it's because you're boring the horse. It shouldn't bore you. So let's go ahead and have a trot. Sit quietly. Just ask with your legs. Don't look at me, Miss Annie. Be very aware of what you feel in your fingers coming from this horse's mouth. Just pick one hand, like the left hand, and ride him with it. He's trying to decide what he wants to think about this bit. So pick one hand and use it. Leave the other one sitting there for him. And Sharon, you don't need to follow Casey. You can go on your own trip. Make sure you're telling your pony where to go, because she's making shortcuts. You got enough clothes on, Kevin?
Yeah, I'm fine. The sun's not out, but it warmed up.
No,
a
the
bit.
sun was a whole lot better. I was chilly when I went in for lunch. I'm not bad now.
I'm good.
So you need to kind of anticipate things like that, Sharon. Because she said, "Ooh, that girl moved that sheet."
Oh, yeah.
And that's how you get bounced off. That's it, Casey. So one hand or the other, whatever it takes, and he'll get used to it one side at a time. He's doing nice things, moving his tongue and talking to it. You're a good girl, Annie. I like it.
I think she likes it too.
You know, she's going forward to it nicely. She's not acting like, owie, owie, I don't like it. It's also pretty on her. So Sharon, come all the way down, and gonna work the end of the ring. I can't tell if she doesn't want to or you're not making her. I'm testing. And she can go a little more forward. Looks like you're doing all the work. You're working posting, and she's going, aha, your turn. So I think she's very comfortable in that thing.
Yeah, I think so.
She's very agreeable. You can feel he's wondering, but he is trying to answer
Yeah,
you.
he's not
Little,
being rude.
little bit, carry your hand up more. There you go. And you're sitting much better. So Sharon, come straight all the way down. Straight, outside rein, outside rein, outside rein. That's good. And she answered, didn't she? So don't be afraid to use your rein. Don't be afraid to direct her. She's hoping you're going to sit up there and ignore what she's doing. And that's a pretty happy girl. Take just a little more connection. He's wondering why you're not there.
Right.
So take a little more hold, see what he says. That's it. When you're trying not to hold them, the hand flaps and they're like, hey, you make me crazy, lady. So straight down, Sharon. Just your outside rein. You don't neck rein. There you go, good. And then ride from way down in your stirrup. Your position looks nice, but I think it's mostly in your knee. I'd like it better down in your foot. She's going forward nicely to the chest. That's really happy. There you go. Good, Casey. Everybody turn around and go the other way. Turn right where you are. Don't use more than 10 feet. Like Java, I know, can turn fast. I've seen him do it. Only he has to do it when you say so.
Right.
Not when he says so. He says so, it's because he's trying to plant you somewhere. That's a good girl. She's going very freely. She's not running, she's just going.
Yeah.
But she's very happily forward. And then you can ride softer.
Yep.
So do you do hunter jumper with her, Sharon?
No.
No. Hey, Casey, good. Just if you argue with the right rein, just stick with it a moment. Don't haul on it. Just say, I got you, thank you. I got you, thank you. Not down towards your elbow. Your elbow comes back, and that makes your connection with your horse. Donna looks mean walking around with her spurs on. And she's really going sweetly. And it's light. It's not lurching you. It's a nice pony. You should like her. How old is she?
17.
Hmm?
17.
Oh, just grown up.
Yeah.
Just grown up. That's a good boy. Carry your hands. Use your elbows to talk to him. There you go. I feel like with that bit, Jess, there's no jiggle to bother her.
No, there's not.
And
She
she'll just
really-
connect to it.
She really likes it.
Yeah. She's very much trusting it. Very nice, Sharon. Now it looks like you're riding instead of the pony riding you. Because I'm sure she has creative ideas. There you go, Casey. Feel him give?
Yeah.
Just stay with him till he gives. If he doesn't love it, do we care? But do it from your elbow, not from pulling down. You ride with your elbows, they go forward or back. That's how handicapped people can ride. They just bend their elbows. It actually looks like a new horse. The ease of motion is just so nice. Very good. If you need to change your reins, remember to grab it with the other hand and slide down. Yeah, Casey, it's coming. Good. Good. When it goes up, get a little heavier. Yeah, and when he softens, give back. Yeah, good boy. He says, oh, wait a minute, I'm having to give in. So you know what a serpentine is, right?
Yeah.
Let's make a serpentine. You're going to cross the ring couple, 3 times. Serpentine, no, across the ring. The big serpentine. Sharon, you can follow her. You make the big one, not just a weave, but a serpentine. So go around the end. You get on the other side, turn and come across. We're doing a serpentine starting from down there, Casey. He's starting to talk to you with his mouth.
He is.
I love it.
I do too.
And go straight across, like I would have gone between the 2 blocks.
But I was aiming for that.
Come up, make a loop, Sharon, and go straight across. That's it, straight. Yeah, not diagonally, straight. I think you can fit one more crossing in. Make a little smaller loops. Like you can turn right between the cones.
Okay.
Turn between the cones, Sharon. Watch out for Casey. Just keep going, you'll all fit. Sharon, you can go behind Casey. It's a drunken drill team.
Fine. I know what I'm doing.
Don't worry, you don't have to be on their trip. You go on your own trip. And make sure you ask him to look in for each turn, Casey. Move your elbow. Make another loop across. Yep. Bend your elbow. You can go between the blocks, I think. I don't know why not. Everybody acts like it's a bad idea. Looks okay to me. So you make a loop, and then you go straight across. Now straight, all the way to the edge. Make another loop. Good. Go straight across once more. Make sure you communicate with her, Jess, by bringing your elbow back. Sharon, remember to keep your fingers curled so you're not riding with finky fingers. Ah, Casey. Your horse is beginning to think he's broke.
Shh, don't say it too loud.
Isn't it a strange feeling? He gives you his neck. Your white pony never did that. Then he forgets he's a quadruped and falls down, but so be it. Yeah, that's nice. If you see the head pop, Jess, you know a hand popped.
Yeah.
Look up, Casey. Use your elbows. Imagine your hands don't work and just use your elbows. There you go. Good. So you turn, Jess, just by bringing your elbow back. There you go. That way there's no up and down in your hand, and the princess doesn't complain. You notice now you can pretty much just look and put your inside leg on and around she comes. That's it. So right there where you changed diagonals, your hand did that. She let you, but your hand popped. Remind her to stay forward, Sharon. If you post ahead of her, she's going to quit. So stay back over yourself. Good. Up the hands, Tracy, Casey, and steer him with your elbows. One more set of loops going back. So turn your head, put your inside leg. Very nice, Jess. She didn't fuss, did she? Good, Sharon. That's nice. Now straight across. Turn your head, turn your pony. Stay back over the saddle, Casey. Start steering with your arms. So your left elbow's going to come back. Your right elbow's going to go forward. And you allow him to come around. And he bends. Now right elbow comes back, left elbow comes forward, and around he goes. Very good. And everybody can have a walk. So close your knees and walk. Good. And then relax on a long rein. That's a lot of coordinating you never have to do on a trail ride. But to be able to keep her forward, bend the turn with the inside elbow, allow with the outside elbow, and then take it back for the next turn. It's a lot of this.
Yeah.
And once you got doing that instead of this, she was like, oh, it's okay. So what kind of work do you do with her?
Just this stuff at home.
Just what?
This stuff at home.
Okay. You notice, Casey, when you move your elbows, he answers?
Yeah.
He doesn't brace, he doesn't argue. He goes, I heard you, I heard you, I heard you, I heard you. Then he unbraces his neck and his jaw and you have a back.
Yeah.
Then he doesn't whine. And he looks pretty. And I think if you had to stop him, you could.
Yes. It's a nice
This morning he did a lot of, she can't control me. He looks very pleasant.
He seems to like this fit. Also, I'm riding better.
You just have to, you can be light with your hand, but you have to be steady with it. You have to leave the request on until he answers. When he answers, you soften. So he gets the right to answer promptly and not have you hang on him. Or you can hang on him if he doesn't answer. You're going to sleep well tonight, Anna. A bit fits her nicely, too.
It does.
It's little enough.
Yes.
She does have a little bitty pinhead.
Yeah, Amanda Taylor didn't believe me.
I swear this bunch over at that house
Bridal.
gets a memo when I come here. They go in, they go out, they go to the mailbox, they slam doors, they mow lawns. But nobody's reacting this time. Usually the horses spook all over the place.
Katie's very good. She's not very sensitive. She doesn't spook often too much.
No, I saw her look at one thing. What's her name?
Katie.
She looked once, but she just went, oh, hello. She didn't do anything about it.
She's,
We have had horses bolt across the ring every time those people move. I swear they know when I'm here and they start.
and Katie's had a dirt bike right on her ass. And
Didn't care?
Didn't react.
Ah.
Yeah.
No, she seems very sane. Nice horse for her to play with. So you can pick your reins back up. That's just to pick the reins up, Java. Doesn't mean go anywhere, honey. That's it. So you got to pick your reins up quietly, not make a lot of body English, because then the horse goes, I gotta go, I gotta go, I gotta go. No, you don't. You got to be good. You don't got to go. Sharon, you can go trotting. Just close your legs and ask. Let your leg long, Casey. He gets grabby, he gets cranky. Ah, that's a good girl. We'll start with the figure eight with the rails again.
Okay.
From the other side. And Sharon, you can follow Jess. See what we're going to do? We're going to go over the ground poles and then make the ring into a figure eight. You're going to need a little energy. She has a cute little floaty trot, but doesn't have a lot of power, so you got to get it more forward. Good girl. Trot, trot. Send her forward. Keep your leg on. I used to jump, but I got to look at that. Careful, big guy. Ooh. Okay, so sit back. Take your rein. Remind him to stay with you. Give your rein. Good. That's what I wanted to do, is that big effort.
Okay.
Good for a girl who has a damaged stifle. You need a little more speed yet, eh? She tried to make the distance that time and she went, oh man, I just didn't push enough. So don't be a passenger, send her forward. There you go. Careful, big boy. That's it. So if you get disorganized and your hands start flying around, he gets disturbed. Kick, 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 kick. There, better. I think she can make the distance everybody else has. Send her forward, go with her. Very good. She makes it look easy. I know that's a big distance. She's delightfully forward now. Scurry it up, Sharon. Kick it up. Kick, kick, kick. Yay. Good. Almost got them all. She's kind of like, oh my God, what are they making me do? You ride her a lot?
I try.
I can't tell how fit she is. These other two monkeys, I know what they do. Casey, you might have to find some space, because if he goes forward, he'll run her over. Steady the hand and not pulling down. Here, this is your communication, always through the elbow. Good job, Sharon. I don't know, I never caught you for that before. Ease the rein. Yeah, good boy. You have to ease the rein as he goes over to give him room to spread out. Good girl, Annie. Come forward, Sharon, and kick her up. Good. Almost that time. I'm sure if she was a hunter, she could lengthen her stride. But it's been a while and she's not
It's been
young.
like 4 or 5 years that I've had him.
Ah. Are you a trail rider? That was nice following her, Jess. Good. Much better. So you can give it a tap with your heel, Casey, to go forward.
I screwed that
And this
up.
time go all the way around the ring and start the downhill way across it.
Got it.
Good, Sharon. So go all the way around the ring like Jess is doing, and we'll start that way over it, from this side. She said, can I stop, Mama? He said, this bunch of, watch, when you pull the hands down, he gets worried about it.
Yeah.
There you go, now he's fine. When you pull down, that bit does the same thing other bits do. It's not nice. So go from this side, Jess. Good. Careful with your hands, send her up with your leg. And you didn't get her there very straight. And you didn't get her there very forward. And she got aggravated and said, well, I can't do that when you present me like that. And she's a tiny bit tired because she's had a long day. And she said, you just aggravated her. So let her go and send her. Careful with the left rein, it's grabbing her. Good boy. Java was very good, huh? Because he doesn't love the direction change either, but he did it. And he did it in rhythm and he did it in stride. Remember to keep your body back and your hands up light. And stay connected to him. Because if your reins are flapping, he goes, well, where'd that cow go? Trot, trot, Sharon. Oh, a little faster still.
I'm posting it. I'm suspended in there. Okay, it was fun.
And Casey, you need to control the first step. Get her straight, Jess. Send her forward. Let her head go. There we go. She'll do it beautifully, but she's not going to give you a free ride. So either you get it right, fool, or I give you a mess. Yeah, that was better. Go, buddy boy. Good. When you tell her go get it, she's all for it. You sit there and make her do the work? She's not going to do it. Go. Good. That looks nice, Sharon. Now you got her forward. These other bums are used to doing this exercise. Give the rein, Casey. Make him feel like he's a beast. Use your elbow to turn him. Now she's swinging along happily. When she does this nice swingy fluid trot, that's what's going to get her to the countryside easily and fast.
She does it more on trail than
Yeah,
in
well, she'll learn it in here. It's very efficient and very nice. He's being pretty efficient, huh, Casey? Not wasting time being dumb. Now, good, Sharon. That's it. You got there, you didn't bother him, and he got it right. That one's beginning to get tired. It's her second lesson today. She thought they did a lot of work today. Yay, Sharon, good. You can walk, Jess. Just close your knees and sit. She'll walk. Good. Everybody can walk. She says her stretch in the front feet just getting a little tired. She's still doing it, but she's like, oh man, it's getting to be work.
getting a little bit.
She's doing it really well. And you'll have pictures of same. You okay, Sharon? Not working too hard? Good. Good boy, huh?
I'm dying. He's great.
Well, I don't care what I do to you.
I know.
When you get there, close your leg and release him. He really does it.
Okay.
Like quarter of, hopefully.
Okay.
That's the beauties of having a job. You don't have time to ride. They're all running off.
Gotta get ready. Gotta get ready.
Feel free to pass us with our slow folk walk.
Headed for the next bunch of horses.
Now the ladies are getting ready.
We all have to have slow folk something. Yeah.
I'll borrow some. I have extra.
Actually, Jess, she's getting tired, but she was really trying hard. Which will make her get less tired in the future.
Yes.
And all that lengthening your stride for ground poles is so good for that stifle.
Yes. I think that and the little hill work that we did. I mean, we did a lot of hill work, but the
Yeah.
little hill.
But yeah, you guys don't really have hills.
No.
But happily, she came to this earth with a decent stifle to begin with.
Yes.
You know, a lot of Arabs have very straight stifles. She's a pretty good one.
Yeah, when we.
Yeah, you know, I forget about where I live. Till I get here and I think, how the heck you gonna get a horse fit here?
Sand.
Coming from there.
Yeah, really, you have to work a lot harder than we do.
You utilize the sand.
You really appreciate. And then in Florida, it's really flat, and there's not enough sand to matter. So I have to do a lot of cantering, even with the carriage horses.
Same with like running around here. There's no hills.
What's that?
Same with running around here. There's no hills.
I
I
know.
grew up in North
Yeah, well, there's
Jersey.
nothing to push you.
Yeah, you gotta go up like North Jersey.
And-
before
and
you
the-
get-
Yeah, North Jersey. I grew up
You
there.
know from running, the sand doesn't do it.
Yeah, it's just like different muscles.
It's different muscles, and I think the sand's more likely to wear you down. But you can't build where we are when it's all hills.
Mm-hmm.
We did a 30 mile the weekend before the devil. And I got done with that and I thought, that was a rotten thing to do to this horse the week before the devil. We went up, 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 down, 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 down. Up, 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 up. That was constantly up or down. And big,
Isn't
10-minute
that- but
climbs.
That's what I hear Vermont is you going up.
It is 10-minute climbs. You trot up as strong as you can for 10 minutes, walk down, or if you're endurance riding, you run down. And then you trot up again for 10 minutes and walk down. It's just constant push. The good news is the horses trained there can compete anywhere. They don't go to Virginia and they don't go to Florida and mind the sand. They just plow on through it.
Right, you have such an advantage over, like even where we are in Pennsylvania, when I would ride with a couple other folks that are in a hillier area,
You're golden.
yeah, they're golden. I'm struggling to keep up sometimes.
Hey there,
My
Finn.
horse
What are you
is
up
in
to?
shape, but
You
not
want more
in its
tea?
good shape.
I'm all set, thank you.
Oh.
I'm good. If I have any more, it'll keep me awake.
Okay.
Thank you very much. I haven't heard you on the bullhorn.
No.
Have you ever been broadcasting?
No.
Okay, pick your reins back up. I love having hills. I spend 3 months in Florida every year. And I keep thinking, what am I going to do now?
I want to go out to western Pennsylvania.
They have hills.
Yeah, got a lot of hills.
Not as big as ours, but they have hills.
There's pockets too. You can go to Harrisburg area and you get some hills there.
Oh, I'm talking.
We went out this year to Brookfield, New York, which used to be the New York 100. And it's,
Yeah, you were there. I was there with that.
yeah,
one.
and it's good hilly country.
It's a higher altitude.
And the bunch from the bunch from Cherry Valley Carriage Association that I teach out there said, you better do your homework because this is a really hard ride. It's loads of hills, yada yada yada. And Wilson and Jenny got out there. We did 25, and Jenny said, "So which hill was the hard one?"
They didn't actually. We did the.
We didn't use most of the good hills.
No, we used some when we did the endurance ride on Memorial Day weekend.
That one you do.
We had the hills,
Yeah.
especially the third loop. And you don't. But the other thing is, you don't. Well, you have that we don't have being in Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
In the southeastern section, is you also have the altitude difference.
Yes.
Because when we're up at New York, at the Brookfield location, you're at like over 1,000 feet, where we're down at sea level.
Yeah. See, we live just about 2,000. Steve Rojek, Lindinsky, and I went to the Bighorn in Shell, Wyoming, at 11,000 feet. I want to tell you how bad we felt, because with altitudes you either arrive 3 weeks ahead and get used to it, or you arrive that day and race. We arrived 3 days ahead of time, and the horses were not great, and we all felt lousy.
Well, even though I lived in Salt Lake and went to school out there, because I was born and raised here, I'm prone to altitude sickness.
Yeah.
I now know the signs, so I know how to build
You
up.
know it. Yeah,
But
we
as
were
soon
just
as I start,
we kept
I
saying
don't push it like
we
I
kept
used
saying,
to.
why do we feel so lousy?
Oh, you get the headache and the flu symptoms.
That was
and
horrible. And the horses got droopier and droopier. They were good 100-mile horses too. Okay, let's go to sit trot, and then we'll pick up canter. And we'll start on Annie's good side. I didn't realize that earlier today she had a problem. And you make canter when you're ready. So sit and canter. When you're ready, Sharon, go ahead and canter. Good. Your pony obviously was taught to canter well. So Casey, sit very well. Keep the hand light.
Sir.
And stay connected to it. There you go. You worry him when you disconnect. When he's worried, he's not nice. So, Jess, your arms have to have all the follow your body. Your body's following, but your arms are not. And that's why she's cranky. That she liked it. Sit up, Casey. Sit up, sit up, sit up, and back. You don't want to canter leaning on the pommel because you will go for a ride into the dirt. That's better, Jess. The arms go forward and back like a piston, not up and down. So your arms go elbows open, elbows closed, elbows open. There you go. If your elbows don't move, trust me, the Arab will hate you. Nice, huh, Casey? Sit back.
Right.
Sit back and then rock with him. Don't bounce on him. Very nice, Sharon. That looks like a good place to sit.
That little pony does. She doesn't want to stay cantering.
Her left hind gets tired, and it doesn't come through to finish the canter stride. Much better, Jess. So your arms go back and forth like little pistons. Not up and down, back and forth. Careful, buddy, careful. That's a good boy. You can tell him careful, too. I mean, he knows me, but That's his misfortune. Good, Sharon. The hand just a little bit above the neck. There you go. And you may trot. She heard me. Careful with your hands. It was good he had some thoughts and he didn't do any of them.
Yeah.
Stay back over your saddle.
I'll take that.
You get yourself in launch position, and I don't much like that look. He's like, I can pitch her. And change direction. They're very nice. Good. Turn around right where you are. I mean, Casey, you got to turn as fast as the little Arabs do. Or the Arab Welsh, or the Welsh Survey and the Arab. I keep thinking she's an Arab cross. You can turn that big freight train as fast as the little ones.
I didn't hear you say turn. It's not his fault. It's mine.
He was doing what you told him. Or he wasn't doing what you didn't tell him. So, Jess, we're not going to use a lot of leg aid. We're going to throw the reins away. Just sit there and cluck at her, see if she can get left lead.
Okay.
She's so much better this afternoon. I think she can. I don't want to start a war with her.
Yep.
And go ahead and canter, Sharon. Canter, Casey. Right there, canter, Jess. Sit and cluck. Good girl. Ask again. Sit down, Casey. Ride the horse. Don't scream at it. She doesn't need any rein aid. Just let her go. Ooh, try again. Ooh, now go. Go on. Ooh, she's quick. This horse damaged her left hind leg and she doesn't want to canter on this lead. Little bit of outside range, yes. Sit back, Casey. Ah, good boy.
I didn't realize she'd hurt her back leg.
It tore the ligaments in its left
I
stifle.
didn't realize that. We rode the 2-day 50 at
Oh.
Devil together.
Yep, so
Our
you
horses meshed really well.
canter.
Yeah.
Sit. Ooh, she's quick with the wrong one. Let her canter on the wrong lead. The hell with her. I don't want to fight with her. She's tired. Just let her go on the wrong lead. Sit back, Casey. If you can control Casey, you can control the beast. You got to sit back and carry your arms and look like royalty. There you go. He says, thank you, lady. I like you. We'll just let her canter. I'll work on the left lead another day because I don't want to make her miserable. Good boy. Now he's letting you hold him, huh? He wants you to hold him. You can keep cantering or not, whatever you wish. Are you getting tired?
I'm tired. That's not him.
If you need to quit, you can, because I'm going to work you again today. I don't get to be Jess again till tomorrow, and I only have Sharon
You
today.
got a different horse tomorrow, I think.
Jess does.
Yeah,
She's got the gray mare.
She's using, yeah.
She got Mars.
Yeah.
But Bad Boy's again today, and then I think he goes twice tomorrow. Though he's not being a bad boy today. I think she does that nicely enough, I'll let her. I don't want to argue with her, she's been so good.
It is definitely. for
You
me.
all should wish you could get to canter on Sharon's horse. Because she's divine. So as soon as you're organized, he's happy. If you get disorganized and go, ah, he goes, oh, now what? Because he thinks that you're in charge here. I think maybe you're not quite fit enough.
I can't breathe.
I'd loan you my inhaler, but it's in my pocketbook back at the house. You can walk, Sharon. Good.
It's nice though if I sit up and I hold him up. Oh, look at that.
He wants you to sit and hold him.
So it's okay if I'm not like slightly.
No, he wants you to sit there and carry him.
Okay.
He lets you and he does it beautifully.
I'm always like, oh, I gotta get up off of him.
Why?
I don't know.
If you're fox hunting or endurance riding, yes, get up off your butt. If you're schooling, if you watch Mr. Rojek ride, nobody rides better than he does. He's not leaning over the front of the horse burdening it, he's sitting back.
Right.
He sits very lightly, but he's back where the horse can carry him.
So back up my pockets. But
Yep, sit on the money in your pockets. But lightly. Nobody rides lighter than Rojek. But they don't like you up over their withers, pushing the saddle into the withers pockets and the hands flapping. He wants you to sit down, be nicely anchored so he can feel secure, because he's not sure if he likes canter yet or not. That thing has a lovely canter, Sharon.
Thank you.
It's like a fun place to sit.
She's like a wind-up toy. It's cute.
As soon as you sit down and hold him, he's delightful.
Yeah.
Lopes around with everybody, and he's happy in the neck. He's starting to look really pretty. Had enough for 1 week, Annie?
She has.
She's done it's very different from trail riding. That's some friends at home, the Boyers, that do a lot of distance riding. And they say a lesson is harder work for them than a 25-mile
I
ride.
just said she had a lesson yesterday too.
Yeah. Oh, you had a lesson yesterday too? Well, then there's no hope for you. We're just trying to kill you. But you're riding better, which is nice. I think you guys are about done, unless anybody has a question. And Casey, you get a rest, and you have to go again at 4.
Do you
You
think
prob-
I should? Do you
did-
think it's okay or what?
Did he get any lunch today?
We can have lunch for sure. He was out eating hay all day.
Maybe you should have a little lunch.
Great. Okay.
Unless you have Outlast, and give him that. So he's not running around on an empty stomach with an unhappy stomach. But when I work him like that, if I'm going to do a couple, 3 works a day, I always give him lunch in between. Like when we're showing and we come out and go back in, they always get a snack.
You get a grain snack.
Okay.
They get a grain
You're
snack.
And
okay
and
with
you don't want him running around at 4 o'clock on an empty stomach if he didn't bother to eat hay.
Yeah.
Because then the acid sloshes around.
All right. So you're cool with me riding again, so long as
I don't care if you ride again. He's fine.
Okay.
Do you give
Are
a
you
grain
riding tomorrow too?
No.
No.
Not tomorrow. I'm gonna ride Monday morning. I think if that's still a thing we're doing.
Monday's available.
Okay.
Yeah. No, I don't mind him going again. He's doing fine.
Okay.
He's not acting.
I might die, but I think he's.
Well, if you die,
You
that's
keep
kind of
going, right?
not my problem.
If I die, Hannah can have it.
But if
Everybody heard me say it, right?
he's actually been very good today.
When I ride correctly, he goes.
The better you ride, the
nice.
better he goes, and he's starting to carry his neck open and happy instead of.
Yeah. You see that big sausage muscle he's got going on.
Does Hannah ride him?
Hannah rides him for me during the week when I can't. He goes like that for her.
Yeah,
all
but
the
she
time.
can ride anything.
Yeah.
Is that?
How can we improve Katie's canter and keep her cantering? Just
I think she
Ride
needs
no
to
more?
carry a stick
okay.
and say to her, "Don't you do it."
Okay.
Because she's obedient to the canter. Like when Sharon moves her leg, she picks the canter up, bing, and she canters around a little bit, and she goes, "Well." So I would carry a stick with her and explain to her that you don't get away with quitting. Because she kind of goes, "Well, I think I'll be taking." She's like, "I'm going to take a break here, and you really can't kick any harder, and your leg fits her rib cage so nicely. I don't really want you to wear spurs, because you'll be poking her all the
But you're
time."
always apprehensive to bring a little crop or something. When you don't
Some
know-
people
when
aren't
you- the
aren't
first time.
comfortable with a crop.
Well, the first time you're with an
Yeah.
instructor, you never know.
Well, you know, I like I think it was the old Hungarian who was our jumper coach. He said going out to ride without your whip is like going to war without your gun. Why would you do that?
I carry. You know what? I've been had dogs come after me, so at
Yeah,
the
I
minimum,
carry it for
carry for my
whatever.
dog. Yeah, I
And
put
for
him in my
for
boot.
years, I raced a little Arab that I was telling that belonged to Steve Leninsky, and I carried a long whip. And people say he must be really tough. That whip's so long. I said, no, it's for you when you're so stupid you stop your mare right in front of me. But it's, and of course, driving, we always have, the one thing that frustrates me driving is when I rode dressage, I always rode with 2 whips so I could freshen up my aids. I cannot figure out a way to drive with 2 whips. As you whip across. I think if you carried a little crop with her, because she's just sort of testing. She has a beautiful canter, and she picks it up off your leg aid perfectly. And then she goes, well, now I'll be giving Sharon a break. Like Jess has a good length of whip. You can control the neighbors with that. And there's a dog in a town that I still teach in quite a bit. And it had been pestering me, and I went with a long lash whip one day. I wrapped that around that dog and really cracked it. And she cried and cried. And I felt terrible. So I stopped the next day, and I looked at her nose, and there was a mark around it. I stopped the next day and fessed up to her parents and said, that's a scar she got 6 years ago trying to chickens through a chicken wire fence. He didn't do any damage.
Oh, geez.
They said, we're glad you're schooling her. There he is. Hi, bud.
What was that? That's not Homer.
I'm surprised This Sharon only signed up for 1 day.
Yeah. She's gonna come another day. They're a fun bunch to ride with. Does she take lessons usually?
No.
She rides nicely. It's such a cute horse. Really good horse.
It's only recently that we got the trailer, so that we can take her out now.
Yeah, you can go places. I bet she's good in the country, isn't she?
Yeah.
Out in trails and stuff.
Oh yeah.
This bunch trail ride all the time because they compete trail riding.
That's what Sharon's wanted to do for ever since I met her.
Oh, that's good.
Trail ride, so now
This
she's
is a
actually-
trail riding bunch here. We actually come from Vermont to do trail competition down here.
I usually, when I do lessons, I ride with two. But her left hind is weak, so I tend, if I have one, I only usually, I mean, I will switch some, but I,
You're a very good boy. He said Jess is down. It must be I can get rid of you.
she did this morning.
His face has been pleasant all day today. Hasn't made any evil looks.
Yeah. The evil's not in him so much anymore.
Oh, she's very willing.
Every now
Only if he gets frustrated or scared.
Yeah, like at the
But as
depot,
long
he'll
as
put
you're
arms out,
working with him, he's been very happy. As the color has faded, the brain has improved. He was the most beautiful color in the world.
Oh my god, right? He's still got the stripes on his legs.
Yep.
But he's all flea bitten
But he was gray stars once upon a time.
so pretty.
Now he's white, huh, buddy?
Exactly.
He's still, well, we'll see what he looks
I
like.
think if you just carried a little crop, she'd say, "Oh yes, ma'am," and you could slap her with it if she didn't. Because I bet she's had a crop before.
Oh yeah, I have dressage whip I ride with.
I'm always happy to have people riding with a whip, because then you can fix anything that comes by,
All I have to do is have
or hit anything that bothers you.
Carrie used to do that when I was riding Dancer, and Dancer would run up behind her, she'd get her right in the nose.
Yeah. Joe Steele used to follow me, and her horse always had its head in my carriage, so I just rode with my whip over my shoulder like a minesweeper. And then one day she grabbed the lash in her teeth.
She didn't.
She said, "Go ahead, hit me down."
Wouldn't have to, but I think this is
That's enough of that.
That was a fresh thing.
It's a bit much, isn't it?
She says, "I'm eating, Mom."
I know. I'm gonna clean your bit and bring it back.
You can.
I was hoping not to have to walk back, but it's filthy.
That's all right. Actually, keep it anyway. I'll check with Wilson if he's willing to part with it, because I don't know where to get one of those. But if he doesn't care, we can sell it to you. It won't be expensive.
That would be wonderful.
But she's so lovely in it.
Yeah, I was just gonna say I was gonna go home and search.
Well, see if you can find it.
Yeah.
And if not, I think he'd probably part with it.
And I'll just keep it in my trailer.
Yeah.
I'll be back tomorrow
Okay.
with Mars.
See if you can find it online.
Yeah.
Because it made it all.
It did. It made a huge
It totally changed her whole body.
Yeah.
And if that's all she needs to be happy. Hi, Rising.
Totally worth it. So.
Absolutely.
This girl in Texas, she has a missing horse and I bought it on her. Yeah.
Because I'm not in here.
Can you not? I'm gonna get off now, Lola.
I think he's a bit confused.
He's concerned.
He's confused.
Confused. Well, he doesn't usually work twice a day, does he?
No.
He's out here like, you want me to what? It must be hard to get that tall and that leggy and that lanky and only 5 years old.
Oh, I know.
How do you organize your body when it's
He's
that?
doing a pretty good job.
He does a great job, but he's such a baby.
Oh, yeah.
And now he wants to touch Annie and see what she squeaks like. Right, pinch it, will it squeak?
She's not a member of NDTRA, so she didn't read the newsletter.
Oh, my ready, man?
But I did read that. I'll give it a try, but I'm not sure if she's gonna. I can take her over